Nanuka and Bede Get Married. Written by Bede Key. Bede and Nick enjoy playing squash together. Nick always wins, but Bede doesn't mind. After the game, Nick wants to eat at Benny's Diner. "Let's go to Lucky's," suggests Bede. "Sure," agrees Nick. Nanuka stays with Lucky and helps her cousin in the restaurant after school. "Chicken chili fry?" asks Bede. Nanuka smirks and makes him an extra big share. "Whew, thank you," puffs Bede with a very full tummy. One evening, Lucky's neighbor is cooking something special. "Do you want to watch?" suggests Nanuka. "Okay, sounds fun," chirps Bede. Sitting in the glow of the warm fire, Bede blushing holds Nanuka's hand. Soon after, Bede takes Nanuka to a beautiful spot overlooking the city. Gazing into her eyes, he holds her hand once again. "Will you marry me?" stutters Bede nervously. "Yes, yes," she beams. Nanuka and Bede visit the goldsmith. Nanuka takes off her earrings and Bede buys a smidgen of gold, which the smith crafts into sparkling wedding bands. Dressed in their best clothes, they arrive at the courthouse. "Can you marry us?" they plea. "Have you got all your papers?" quizzes the judge. "Papers?" Bede's heart sinks. Then Nanuka holds his hands and says, "Do you take this ring?" "I do." And they swap rings. It takes ages to get all the papers. Then, dressed in their best clothes, they return to the courthouse. The judge remembers them. "Have you got all your papers?" she asks cheerfully. "Yes," they grin. She invites them into a chamber, then inks her seal and thud! Stamps their papers. "Congrats! All done!" Squeezed into a crammed bus, they zigzag down the mountain to the train station. "2 tickets to the airport." "All aboard!" whistles the guard. They lay flat the bench and try to sleep. "I don't feel well," murmurs Nanuka. Bede holds her hand, but she gets worse and worse. Chuff, chuff, the train doesn't stop for 2 days. At the hospital, Bede sits by Nanuka's side. After a long sleep, she slowly opens her eyes. "I feel much better now," she whispers. Dad puts up an enormous tent in his garden and invites many guests for a wedding party. "Surprise!" they cheer as Nanuka and Bede arrive from the airport. Howie stands up and tells funny stories about Bede. "Thanks for coming and for all the gifts," replies Bede. They all have great fun and boogie into the night. Nanuka and Bede go to the church to meet Father Smalley. "Can you bless our marriage?" they plea. "Have you done your lessons?" questions Father Smalley. "Lessons?" Nanuka feels nervous, and Bede holds her hand. "There's no test," he teases. It takes ages to finish all the lessons with Father Smalley. "Congrats, all done. I can bless you now." Phew! And Nanuka and Bede invite many guests to the church for the blessing. After the blessing, they have a party, and Howie stands up and tells more funny stories. They all have great fun and bop till dawn. They take the plane, then the train, then zigzag up the mountains. In the morning the phone rings. "Have you done your customary rituals?" asks Emma. "Customary rituals?" they gasp. Emma strolls round to see the wise pundit, who welcomes her in. "What day is lucky?" inquires Emma. The pundit looks in his books, then up at the stars, then raising a wet finger in the air. Tomorrow," he confirms. Emma puts up a big tent in her garden and invites many guests for the rituals. Nanuka and Bede jump in their car and zigzag through the mountains. It starts to drizzle, then down it pours and pours. Small rocks begin to rattle down, then kaboom! The road in front disappears under a pile of soggy mud. Then kaboom! The road behind is also gone. Night comes and rocks continue to fall, carried by streams of rainfall. In the morning they slowly open their eyes. Puddles glisten in the bright sunshine. Men with big diggers tip the mud off the road, and soon, vroom vroom, the car is underway, and they get there just in time. Emma fits Nanuka and Bede with new clothes, then gives Nanuka a silver ring with a smile. "Wow, thanks, Emma!" But Bede's ring is gold. Nanuka and Bede sit cross-legged with the pundit all day for the rituals. "Ooh!" shuffles Bede as he tries to stay comfy. Finally, holding hands, they circle the altar 3 times before being blessed by all the guests. "Party!" whoops Nanuka. They all have great fun and jig through the night. Next morning, "Any more weddings?" smirks Bede. "5's enough for now," laughs Nanuka.